Hey, bro.
I want to fight something, bro.
Hey, bro.
Come on, bro.
Leave me alone.
Come on, bro. I want to fight something. Yes, he did. I'm glad I got witnesses.
I seen
You don't remember the catch and shoot.
Get that. Get that.
Why you got me in the corner?
Fuck out of here. I'll get you.
Yeah, now we good.
I ain't going for none of them things. Yeah. Hey, oh! Boy, that boy still got it. Come on.
Brother.
Come on, bro. No,
Yeah,
you too
better.
strong for that. Watch
Better.
that.
Do it again. Do it
Okay.
again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Bing, bing, bing.
Destiny doesn't whisper, it stares you in the face. And Shakur Stevenson is talking like a man who sees nothing but the finish line.
When I was a kid coming up, Drake was the person I wanted to be like. He was the last person to win the Olympic gold medal, so for me, it was like I wanted to be the next person to win the Olympic gold medal, and I kind of watched all of his tapes. I studied him like every day faithfully, and he played a tremendous part on my style of boxing. Now, it's always been a lot of talk. I always be talking a lot of like smack to Drake just because I always watched him. Like I always been looking up to him forever. So now it's like I just want him to get in the ring and like teach me a few things. I'm not like trying to go crazy, but I just want to be able to say I got in the ring with Andre Ward.
Inside camp, the energy feels different this time. Calmer, sharper, almost surgical, as he steps up to 140 with zero drama, no bulk chasing, just pure belief that skills pay the bills.
I just know it's my time. All I see is the destination that I'm trying to get to. I think I'm the smartest fighter on the planet Earth. I don't just beat guys. I'm the type of fighter that dominates people. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You better be ready, boy. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada. We at the UFC boxing gym. January 31st, I'm fighting Teofimo Lopez. I'm moving up to 140 pounds, super lightweight. The process ain't nothing new. I'm not trying to put on all that muscle and all that extra shit they keep talking about. Skills pay the bills, and that's what's gonna show up on fight night.
He's reflecting on setbacks, the Ruben Villa losses, the De Los Santos moment, and how doubt tried to creep in. But you can hear how those moments forged the mindset he carries now. Shakur talked about meeting Zepeda in the center instead of running, about wanting to dominate instead of just win. And that's a scary evolution for anyone standing across from him.
We looking forward to this here fight with Teofimo. I know we can guarantee you for sure, 100% he's gonna be ready.
This camp feel way different from previous camps. Being away from my daughter, being away from my future wife, that's the most challenging thing. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize. This is sharpest I think I've been for a fight. My diet, I let the nutritionists and all them kind of people take care of that. I just show up and eat whatever they give me. So I pay attention to what makes me feel good, and I just stay on that. Turn them out of there. Walk them out, walk them out. I put a lot of great people around me, challenge me and push me and take me to the next level, and I think that's what keeps me at my sharpest. Terence Crawford, that's my big brother. I love him to death. I feel like if he wasn't in my career and in my life, it'd have been very difficult getting to the level that I got to. He kind of taught me is take every guy serious. Seeing him and seeing how he prepared for guys who I know that's not on his level, it kind of turned me up to make sure that I do the same.
He gave Teofimo real respect too, calling him fast, strong, and high IQ. But you could feel the tension when he mentioned that sparring clip, saying the footage was misleading, and Teo knows how those rounds really went.
You look out, you 4 kings, but you're in my way. So I gotta move you out my way.
This guy is the best, and we're here to face the best. That's just what it is.
Teo's that guy. Like, I admire his style. I done said this before. I think he's a hell of a boxer. He's fast, he's strong. He got boxing IQ, you know, to outbox people. We sparred before. We did 3 rounds, and Teo posted a video that is very misleading.
Then he dropped the line that matters. Teo wants a firefight, and Shakur thinks that could be his downfall. Add in Terence Crawford as his big brother mentor, and this camp feels less like preparation and more like calibration for something historic.
It was the first round, so we warming up. Ain't nobody really land nothing. Like, he know deep down inside, he remember how the sparring went.
He said stop recording. Come on, dog.
Well, he gonna want to make this a firefight, but I think that's gonna be his downfall. Being that I know that I'm getting in the ring with the truth, I want to elevate my game and make sure that I'm better than him. I want to be better than him in every area on fight night, and that's what we're gonna do.
And while Shakur was talking destiny and calibration, Teofimo Lopez is over here acting like the storm that destiny forgot to warn you about. Calling Shakur a roadrunner and himself, the Coyote, is peak Teo energy. But beneath the jokes, you can hear how serious this camp is.
Yo, we about to do some light work with Teofimo Lopez, 10-time world champion.
Yo, what it is, baby? Box off, and it's a takeover times that by 2, because we are 2-time world champion in 2 different weight divisions. We here at the House of Champions. We breed them, we make them, and you know what? We take the belts and we take them. Let's get it, baby. Teofimo in the flesh. Ah, let's go.
He's talking endless conditioning, swimming, late-night glove rounds with no breaks, pushing limits just to see where they crack. Teo's dad jumps in like the ultimate hype engine, saying this kid was beating grown pros at 13 and was built for this from day one. And honestly, that explains the confidence.
I've been with him ever since he started boxing, which was at 6. I really knew that he was really good when he started beating professional fighters at 13, 14 years old.
Right here, right here.
Had a right hand out there.
Right left, right. 1, 2. Double jab right.
Teo keeps framing himself as the lone dog versus the boxing community's favorite, and that chip on his shoulder sounds massive. He's still carrying the Lomachenko legacy, the health scares, the politics, the scars, and turning all of that into fuel. This isn't just trash talk. This is Teofimo saying January 31st is his conquest moment.
Three flips. Yep.
Right here, right here.
Had a right hand out.
So that's why we got to keep beating these guys. Beating Shakur, this is part of it to get to that next level. I pretty much have had almost everything thrown at me, and I look forward to see what will be thrown at me come January 31st.
And after Teofimo was talking conquest, destiny, and lone wolf energy, Spencer Oliver and Gareth Davies slide in, sounding like 2 professors arguing over a supercomputer fight simulation. They weren't even debating hype, they were debating ceilings. Gareth talking about Shakur's final climb to Everest had me laughing because that's legacy language, not fight week talk. And when he says Shakur isn't just generational, but potential all time, that's pressure, not praise. Then Spencer jumps in like, yeah, but Teo is the spoiler. And that word fits perfectly because Teofimo doesn't play hero, he plays disruption.
Teofimo Lopez blows hot and cold, but when he's good, he's really good. Vasyl Lomachenko was an outstanding performance. Then he got derailed by George Kambosos in the fight after that and just seemed to lose his way a little bit, but in recent times looks back to his best. It's a fascinating fight. This, for me, is all about whether Shakur Stevenson can step up and bring the greatness. He's daring to be great.
I love how they framed it as brains versus brutality, IQ versus force, rhythm versus bursts, because that's the real tension. Gareth basically said Shakur wins on points if he's perfect, not good, not sharp, perfect. And that's a dangerous standard. Meanwhile, Spencer kept circling back to Teo's footwork, explosiveness, and that bully energy, saying Teo doesn't need to outbox Shakur. He needs to move him, lean on him, make the ring smaller, make the fight uncomfortable. That's not a strategy, that's a personality trait. The wild part is when they start talking about psychology, saying neither guy really has a mental crack, no fear energy, no insecurity energy, just 2 locked minds colliding, and that's scary.
Teofimo Lopez will put him in that position because he's got that physical
So it's
advantage.
all about the timing in the
He
mid-range. It's going to be fascinating.
He has the physical attributes to put him on the ropes, and he knows that that's where his game's at. He's not going to be able to outbox Shakur. Yeah, he's a great boxer himself, and he's very athletic, and he's got great movement and all that, but he's explosive, he's more bullish, and he will have to bull Shakur. He'll have to bully him.
They basically described a chess match with body shots, a standoff where one mistake is checkmate. And when they said Shakur can't sit on the ropes and flex defense like he did before, because Teo will turn that into forward momentum, that's the truth bomb. This isn't a fight about who's prettier, it's about who controls space, who controls rhythm, who controls tempo. Spencer leaning Shakur, Gareth seeing Teo as the only man who can derail the ascent. That's the split right there. One guy is trying to climb history, the other is trying to knock the ladder over. And that's why this fight feels dangerous in every direction.
Vasyl Lomachenko
is a faster but very fluid type of fighter in the mold of Shakur, he's a very loose-limbed, very relaxed fighter who can be offensive and defensive. It wouldn't surprise me to see Shakur down in this fight as well and get up and win the fight closely on points, but I can also see Teo winning.
And after Spencer and Gareth turned the fight into a physics equation of space, IQ, and foot positioning, O'Shaquie Foster crashes the conversation like pure static electricity. No filters, no poetry, just raw emotion and unfinished business energy. The way Foster talks about Shakur, you can hear it's not just boxing beef, it's personal history, ego history, inbox history, gym history, all layered together. When he says Shakur is his #1 target and I gotta have it, that's not matchmaking talk, that's obsession talk. And the crazy part is how he frames Shakur's defense. He basically says all that impregnable defense talk is cute until you're in there with someone faster, stronger, and more athletic than you. And you can feel the confidence in his voice, like he's already shadowboxing the matchup in his head. Foster isn't impressed by labels, he's impressed by collisions. Then when he pivots to Teofimo versus Shakur, the tone shifts from personal vendetta to cold analysis. He doesn't pick sides emotionally, he talks style.
I think it's a great fight. Stylistically, I think it's up and down as far as you can't favor no side stylistically because you got Teo that's super athletic. You got Shakur that like to control distance, but you know, I think Teofimo with the athleticism and certain things that he'll be able to close it in certain parts of the fight. So
he points straight to Teo's athleticism, his ability to close distance in weird pockets of the fight, and how that alone changes the whole rhythm of a technician like Shakur. And I like how he calls out the odds too, basically saying the numbers don't know boxing, they know betting patterns, not gym realities. That's a real fighter perspective. Records don't tell you who's dangerous, habits do. When Foster brings up Teo's success against southpaws like Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, that's not trivia, that's pattern recognition. He's saying Teo doesn't just fight styles, he solves them. But he still leaves it open, saying it could be a chess match or it could get heated if Teo forces risk. That's the key word, forces. Because Shakur doesn't choose chaos, chaos has to be brought to him. And Foster's whole energy is basically this. Shakur is elite, Teo is dangerous, and when elite meets dangerous, the ring doesn't care about narratives. It cares about pressure, timing, and who cracks first mentally. That's not hype, that's fight reality.
But I think they going off of Teofimo being up and down in you know, certain fights he looked this and then certain fights he looked great. So I think they going off consistency, but I don't really pay too much attention to them odds makers because they really don't really be knowing the background of boxing. What's the amateurs, what really people got in them, you know, in the boxing. Like they just going off, you know, kind of what everybody pouring their money into and what the hype is. But I think it's more of a closer fight, odds-wise.
Here's my honest prediction, and I'm saying this with zero fan bias and full fight nerd brain switched on. If this turns into a pure technical chess match, Shakur probably edges it on points. His distance control, timing, and ability to make rounds look clean are tailor-made for judges, especially if he keeps Teo reaching and reacting instead of leading. But the fight doesn't live on paper. Teofimo is the variable nobody can simulate. He doesn't fight in neat patterns, he fights in emotional bursts, sudden shifts, explosive windows where one round can swing the whole narrative. If Teo actually commits to the body, bullies the space, and doesn't get mentally rattled when Shakur disappears in front of him, this becomes dangerously close. I see moments where Teo explodes and looks unstoppable, and moments where Shakur looks untouchable and surgical. My gut says Shakur by close decision, but with at least two, oh wait, Teo might steal this rounds that make Twitter lose its mind. This feels like one of those fights where the scorecards start debates that last longer than the fight itself.
I would say the athleticism, mostly, and it seems like he do pretty good against southpaws. I mean, Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, that's two different styles, two different sizes, and he made it look kind of easy with both of them. So we'll just have to see, man. I think it's gonna be a interesting stylistic matchup because we don't know what we're gonna get. It could be a boring 12-round fight, or you know, it could heat up to where Teofimo make him take chances. So we'll see.
And that's the whole story here. One guy climbing toward pound-for-pound greatness, the other trying to derail the climb and crown himself as the disruptor king. Styles, psychology, legacy pressure, youth. ego, IQ, chaos, discipline. This fight has every ingredient to be either a technical classic or a controversial war that demands a rematch. Drop your take in the comments, let's really debate this one. And yo, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.